Good morning, traders. It's Thursday, 29th of July, 2021. So we had FOMC yesterday, and we've seen a change in market sentiment from what we've been seeing all of this week previous and the week before. We were seeing bullish dollar and also a bullish Japanese yen as well. So right at this moment in time, as you can see, we've broken out of this channel or ascending wedge on the dollar index, which is what we've been looking for a while. We did think it could come and test these highs here, but we were looking for the breakout, and it has happened. So we're also seeing weak yen as well at the moment. So we've got a weak dollar, weak yen, and we're seeing risk currencies like Kiwi, CAD, Aussie, all doing very, very well. And pound is doing very, very well, actually. So looking at the market at the moment, weak yen, weak dollar, strong risk currencies, strong pound as well. So our sentiment now lies in looking to sell the US dollar potentially against stronger currencies. But as you can see, it's pretty much free falling at the moment. So this isn't really the ideal time. We should be looking for a correction for this to get in short. Now you can see here it's actually coming into a big number, 92 thereabouts. You can't see it. It's this line here. We can see previously, look here, it's bounced, so we might see buyers come back in and we can look for a correction. Let me just show you what we could look for on a 4-hour. Really nice cycles here on the dollar index. As you can see, lower highs, lower lows, looking really nice. So ideally maybe 92.4, looking at this little section here. Why? Because I can see that was support there, broken. Look for it to come and retest. EMA traders, you could potentially look for that 20 moving average here in blue to be tested and rejected. So I am going to set an alert here at 92.4. Just put a little note there, potential resistance. And then we'll see if the market comes there first of all, and if we get a selling opportunity. So yeah, weaker dollar. Let me just go back to the daily for a second. You know, looking really for this to come down, at least test these lows at some point. So correction, test these lows here around about 91.50. You can see a bit of support there. So just be a little bit patient, get into that correction. If we get a sell set up, obviously you probably won't be trading the dollar index. You might be trading you know, one of the other dollar pairs. So let's have a look at them. Euro dollar, look, we're coming into this daily resistance here now, which lines up basically with the dollar index coming in at 92. So likely to see, not to 100%, but maybe see a little bit of a pullback on this. Let's have a look at the 4-hour. So you can see 4-hour looking a little bit over stretched from those 4-hour moving averages. We're looking for this to come back into around about 1.18400. You can see this little area here. Look, guys, somewhere around there. Look, that resistance we've broken. Come back, retest, look for a potential buy setup there. Pound USD looking really strong. Let me just show you the daily. So we've got some nice resistance up here at 1.4. So if we get a pullback on pound, if we get that dollar retracement pullback and we can see pound come into 139, this would be a perfect zone to look to go long, heading up to that 140 zone. But pound is looking really strong. I don't know whether we're going to see that pullback. Just looking at the hourly here, you know, 139 is down here. It's possible, 140 is literally 31 pips, or 30 pips away basically, but this is the hourly chart. As you can see, some really nice cycles. Looks a little bit overextended. Here is that resistance level here, broken. It's around about 139. Like I say, if we can come back there, see buyers come in, target 1.4. Aussie dollar, let me just have a look at the daily on this, because we're at, again, you know, dollar's at a level now, euro's basically coming into a level, and Aussie is at a level as well. You can see, look, previous support here, now potential resistance. So 4 hour, not really as clean as, you know, some of the other charts, if I'm honest with you, but we might see that pull back into these highs here. You can see this is resistance, so pull back there, and then longs, but probably I'd be waiting for this break of 74,200 if I'm honest with you, because that is like a major support resistance. So I'd rather see price have like a daily close above here and a pull back into the level, if I'm honest with you. So pound USD, euro, they look quite good. Aussie just not as clean. There's potential there. I would correlate all these dollar, you know, trades with the dollar index coming into 92.4 and seeing a sell set up, and then you can look to your corresponding dollar pair. Kiwi dollar, not, I mean, it's a very kind of mixed up chart at the moment, so this is not ideal at all. I mean, Kiwi USD right at this moment in time as I'm recording is probably the strongest currency pair, because at the moment Kiwi is the strongest and dollar is the weakest. But again, you know, you can see it here, look, we're at a level here, so this would not be my favorite one of choice. I think there are cleaner charts. Pound is certainly cleaner if we can get into 139, if we can. Dollar Swiss, actually, dollar Swiss and dollar CAD are quite good. Kiwi dollar is potentially one not to stay away from. I'll just show you dollar CAD. Dollar CAD has dropped out of this trend line, as you can see. Nice bit of horizontal support there, broken. Could we come back towards there and find that as resistance? That's 125.24. So you can see these lows here where the market was finding buyers come in. If we can see price come up anywhere around that level and reject, or potentially, I personally like to look for a 20 moving average to be tested on an H4 time frame. Doesn't always happen though. We can see bounces off the 8, so I'll be looking for a pullback anyway on these on this dollar pair as well. So that looks pretty clean. Dollar Swiss I know looks clean as well. I'll show you the this is a potential trade setup you could think about if you wanted to, and that would be a sell limit order. Okay, this is a nice area of support here, broken. If we can come back, see that pullback, retest, come into this zone here around about 91.3, we'll say 91.38. You could, if you can't look at the charts, if you're an end of day trader, this could be an option for you. Sell limit, stop above this candle high, and you're basically anticipating this move, and then back into this area here, which is resistance, could become support. So otherwise, you know, if you're an intraday trader, you don't place this trade. What you do is you set an alert like me here, and then you're looking at a smaller time frame, price to come in, smaller time frame change of cycle, you see sellers come in, and then you can look to get into the trade. So this is for an end of day trader really. If you're an intraday trader, you have a much better potential reward to risk on this trade. We took a short trade on CAD yen yesterday, which we got stopped out on. I'll show you the trade actually. We want the daily chart. So nice daily bearish momentum here. Price had printed a very nice bearish daily candle here, potentially indicating that we're going to see further downside back into this low here, maybe even further. Now you could have placed a sell stop below the low of this candle, in which case you probably still would have got triggered. Actually, let's have a look. The low of this was 87.08, this 87.03. Actually, no, you wouldn't have got triggered, but we went for a sell limit order. Okay, round about at 87.50, looking for that basically that pull back, and then looking for further moves to the downside. Stops above the high, and we got taken out this morning, so we've seen a total change of market sentiment since FOMC yesterday. But that's one of those things. You have to take those trades on the chin, so to speak, and move on. So we'll see what happens with this. I mean, potentially looking at it, it could be an inverse head and shoulder pattern: left shoulder, head, right shoulder. So that's something to look out for. There's your neckline. So we could see further upside on this. We'll have to, see how it goes. But yeah, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, neckline. Look for the impulse. Look for the pullback. Technical trade is to look for a pullback on the neckline, but there's also a horizontal level here you could be looking out for as well. That big at 88, yeah. So we could be looking on a smaller time frame for a little pullback on there. So keep your eyes on that one. Favor the dollar pairs though at the moment. And gold. Gold has made some moves, as you can see. Let me just show you the show you on a 4-hour actually. Let me take off these moving averages for a second. And you can see a nice breakout of this trend line. So if we can get that dollar correction, and hopefully we see that correction on gold as well, somewhere down into this zone, 1808 could be an area to look for, somewhere around there. But we're looking for gold to pull back. I know there are plenty of gold traders that watch these videos, so we could be doing something like that. So have a look at gold as well. Maybe set an alert 1808, or keep your eyes on it. Literally, gold could literally spike down though. So this could be something where you might want to place a buy limit order. Long at whether it's long at 1808, or maybe you think we're going to get some kind of spike down into maybe 1805. Stops below this low at least, or maybe even this low, and looking for a trade to the upside like that. Have a little think. So dollar pairs are the ones of interest now. Due correction, so maybe no trading setups today, maybe not even tomorrow either, maybe next week. So have to wait and see what the market gives us. Take care guys, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.